Hello, 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 hello. Is this too loud? Hi! Turn it down just a little bit for my sake. Okay, greetings. Welcome back to the podcast. Today, I am standing up. Today marks a monumental day in the podcast community. Worldwide, we are changing the game. We are making moves, and I really hope that the sun being on my tablet. I have my blind open over here because let me close it for a sec. Oh wait, that's better. It's all good. So because I'm standing up, my monitors are blocking all of my lighting. So yeah, I've got a pretty good setup, I guess you could say. Very good indeed. Today is Wednesday, so it's a little bit of a weird episode. I am not used to doing it on Wednesday. I think it's probably like the second or third time that I've done it not on a Monday, so I guess you're catching up with me today. Oh right, I have to do the timestamps. Oh my god. Today's pod. I just have one Google document and it's just called today's pod and I just update it every time. So let's delete the old ones. Yeah, so what do I say? Yeah, the Katie drought is real. I'm really going through it still, which kind of sucks. And I really wanted to come back to streaming this week. And I might still do. I mean, it's Wednesday. Still got Thursday and Friday. So, I don't know. All I can say is I'm sorry because I feel kind of terrible about it in the sense that like it's been so long. It's been so long since I streamed. I think I'm like starting to really miss it, but then I get this I know why I get this feeling because I've talked to like people about it where like if you don't do it for an extended period of time then like you try to get back into it and it's like I'm nervous. I don't know why that is. It's like you do it for so long and then suddenly coming back to it just seems so daunting. So that's kind of something I'm experiencing, but I'm also taking that. I'm really holding space for that feeling, and I don't know how widespread that sentiment is. Sorry, I'm doing wicked movie tour stuff. I don't know if you've been seeing that, but I have. I've been seeing a lot of it. So what are we going to get into today? Today we're going to do, as the title probably suggests, Walking Dead tier list. I'm a tier list Andy now. I actually really wanted to do this for a while, but this was kind of like a topic I had on the back burner to be like, okay, when I'm like dry content, I'll just do this because it's something I can do. And you know, this whole week, so Monday, Tuesday, and technically today, I kept thinking to myself like, oh, like I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I have nothing to talk about. I have nothing to say for the podcast, which is so bizarro for me. I usually have a lot I want to talk about. Too much, in fact. And like my fucking eczema is like so bad. You can't even fucking see it. That's like the shit part. It's like, I'm like, guys, my eczema's so bad. And then like, I like show it and the camera's like, bruh, you don't have eczema. I have eczema and it's really bad. I don't know, I think I've been way too stressed lately. I was super stressed yesterday and like I got like this noticeable rash. So you can't even see it. Okay, I did put moisturizer on, so can you? I don't know. But I did have a rash like all around my décolletage area. So that's fun. And I keep itching it, which is not great. It's the number one thing with eczema, you don't itch. What does this bitch do? Itch. This bitch be itching. So yeah, we're gonna do the Walking Dead tier list. I don't know how long it's gonna take. because I don't know how much I have to say about this. I did have a lot to say back when I played the game, and by the way, I would love to play the Walking Dead video game, but I already played all of the games except for one. This is what happened, okay? You see here? I made a mistake. I installed 1, 2, and 3. Shit, how many I have to double check this now because I'm okay, so there's The Walking Dead, there's season 2, there's A New Frontier. Bitch, guess what? There is a 4th fucking game that I had no fucking clue about. So I went and I uninstalled after A New Frontier, the 3rd game, because I was like, fuck this game, I'm so annoyed with this. And I was also like, well, that's the end of the series, I guess. I guess we end the series on a cliffhanger, never to have closure. I don't know why, but there's a 4th game that like no one has talked about. Let me look it up on Steam. The Walking Dead. Because I uninstalled all the games. I was like, I don't need to have this save game anymore because I don't have any more games to play. Interesting. Guess what? Guess the fuck what? I'm sitting here like a week after uninstalling the games and I'm like, oh, there's a Steam sale. And then I'm like, huh, The Walking Dead Telltale Definitive. What's this? I click on it and I go, okay, please enter your birth date, 1st of January 1965. Yep, that's me. And then I look and I'm like, oh yeah, that's the games. And I'm like, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait, where is it? There's like another game here, but why isn't it coming up? Yes, The Walking Dead, the final season. Are you shitting my dick right now? Are you actually shitting on my dick and pooping all over it? Bitch, what the fuck? So yeah, there's another game in the Walking Dead series, which is very unfortunate because now if I want to play that, I feel like I have to go through all the other games again. That's what I feel like I have to do, but I think there is like a continuity thing that they do where you can like choose like, oh, these are the choices that I would have chosen in the previous games if I had a save. If I had a save, that's what I would have done. I did do that. And so I've been really toying around with this in my mind a lot where it's like, well, okay, maybe in like my spare time, I could just like, instead of streaming the game, I could just record myself playing the Telltale games, because to be honest, I love playing these games. I love them. Or at least I love like 1 and 2 so much that I would be pretty okay with playing them again and just recording them and uploading them to my gaming channel. Ooh. I feel like I'm all for that. I don't know. But after I think a sufficient amount of time has passed at the moment where I'm like, okay, I could do this. I feel like I could do this. It's just I gotta find time that's spare to do it. And that's the only thing that I'm kind of like about. So I don't know. I just don't know. And then I think like, well, would it even be good content? Because it's like, I have a feeling I just skip through so much stuff. It's like, it's one of those things where I don't even have options that I haven't gone through before, because I feel like the last time I played it was my Evil Clementine run. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so there's a whole other game that you can play, and oh, that's spoilers. Thanks, Steam. Yeah, so we'll do the tier list and see how it goes and see how far we get into this. So I imagine it might actually take the whole episode, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Move over to this one. What a time to be alive, isn't it, folks? And I'm gonna maybe get rid of studio mode. There we go. Sorry, I have to reorganize my things so I can still do timestamps. I know, I'm a timestamp Andy. What is the time? 10:04. Start tier list. It's like really stuffy in this room. Like I've been feeling like so much lately. Like I can't breathe in here. It's so... I don't think the humidity's that high today, if I'm being honest. I think that it's pretty... should be pretty low. Place your bets, place your bets. 55% humidity. It did get to like 80%, I think, last week. It's been so humid lately, and it's gonna get worse. Like, it's gonna keep happening because we keep having like rainy, hot days. Alright, so... oh, tier list. Actually, first things first. I want to change the music to something else. What is this? No. Sims music? No. Study Valley Lo-Fi Chill. Perfect. Alright. YouTube. Alright, let's get started. Is that loud enough? Oh fuck, I feel it. Sorry. I feel like that's too quiet. I don't know what's up with my sound lately, but... oh, I know what it is. Sorry, I have my slut strands out, and because of that, my ears are covered. There we go. Best of both worlds. Now I can hear a bit better. Alrighty, so we got favorite, love, like, dislike, hate. So we'll start with the first one. The first one's gonna be super duper easy. Lee Everett. Come on. Do I have to say much about this? Lee Everett's a favorite. We love him. We like him. He's great. Although I will say this. Lee's hot. Lee's hot. That's not crazy. That's not like a hear me out take, is it? That's understandable. However, I do want to point out that I think... music's too loud. No, in all seriousness, I do want to point out that I think the problem with Lee, and I was thinking about this morning, as I do when I'm lying in bed waking up, I think a lot of people skip over the fact that before the zombie apocalypse happened, Lee literally was a convicted murderer, right? Let me think about this for a second. Lee was a convicted murderer. Okay. What happened, spoilers, the game's been out for like 7-10 years, spoilers. No, there's no way it's been 10 years. Maybe like 9 years. What happens is that Lee was a teacher and he was married. And what happened is he found his wife in bed with a politician or something. And so Lee's response to that, very, very normal, murder the guy in front of her or something. Or just murder him in general. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. Like, you can say crime of passion or whatever. I really don't. I don't know. I just gotta say though, I think that that's kind of tough. When you're like taking into consideration like the character and stuff. You could say though, he does do a lot of stuff in the game where you could consider him redeemable, I guess. But I think because we don't see any of that murder stuff happen, I feel like a lot of people see that and be like, Lee's awesome. Lee's pog. But let's not get it twisted. Lee is kind of a murderer. But then there's that philosophical question, isn't it? Because it's like, well, technically in this zombie apocalypse, you are just murdering people. They may be sick and stuff, but at some point they were like people too and stuff, right? So, yeah. That's what I think about Lee. But I still love him and I think he's awesome. But it is pretty crazy that he literally murdered someone. Like, for me personally, I can't imagine murdering anyone, but I also agree that I probably wouldn't survive a zombie apocalypse, so most definitely. Let's change it to most definitely. Alright, so this chick here, she's from the 500 Days DLC, I believe. I think she's also in the... I think she's in Season 2. A lot of the 500 Days characters are in Season 2, I think. To some degree. Alright, let's skip this song. Oh, that's better. Yeah, so she's the sibling to one of the other chicks. I think it's this chick over here. Are they siblings? I think they are. Whatever. Either way, she's kind of like a bratty kid. She's kind of like whatever. She's kind of bratty, so I kind of dislike her. And I can't remember. I really feel like she doesn't have that big of a role in the game. I think it's more that her sister has a bigger role than her. Yeah, I don't like her. I dislike her, I'm gonna say. Yeah. Okay, so then we have Clementine. I hate this bitch. I'm kidding. I love Clementine. Who doesn't? I mean, this is gonna look like the most typical Walking Dead tier list ever, but there are just some characters that are just too good. Too good. Favorite? I mean, she's so cute in the first game. This is the first game, by the way. We're only doing first game and 500 Days DLC. So we're just thinking about it in that context, I guess, but she's so adorable in the first game. It's like you can't even hate her. She's not like annoying. She's not like bratty. A lot of her feelings and decision-making skills are just like she's a child going through an apocalypse, and so can't really hate her for much of it. And I just love the relationship they have. I love that. I love like playing through it and stuff. Alright, so then we have, I think her name's Brandy. I think she's the sister to her. Now, Brandy, I think you have like a unique position where you're in the 500 Days DLC and you need to decide if you're gonna kill someone who tried to escape. And there's like this moral questioning of like, well, at first this camp was like a place that we could all safely come to survive the zombie apocalypse together, and then it kind of turns into like a weird dictatorship or like some really weird like, yeah, dictatorship. And so you have the choice to either help the person who has tried to escape, help them live, and then you escape, I think, with like your sister, or you can choose to stay and kill the person or something. I'm pretty sure that's who she is, but oh my god, this is gonna be a terrible tier list if I get that wrong. So I think that I feel pretty neutral about it. I think she does end up helping out later in the games. It kind of depends on how you play her in the DLC, I think. I like her. I think she's okay. I don't think I have a problem with her. Not really. What is my deal? What is my deal with this? Oh, I'm gonna move this over here. Yeah, so I think Brandy's okay. I don't even remember her fucking name. Whatever her name is, I don't fucking know it. Alright, so then we have Kenny. Kenny. Kenny's another character like this. I feel like all the characters who get the most development time, like screen time, tend to just be lovable anyway. Well, for the most part, because Kenny, I love Kenny. I really do. I think that he's just unfortunately a person who is in a tough time. He has a rough time. It's sad. But I think through it all, he has a good heart, I guess. Yeah, I like Kenny. He's cool. He has so super funny moments with these guys. I don't know. I like him. I remember when I first played the second game and seeing Kenny, it was just like, oh, I love Kenny. He's cool. I like him. So yeah, I'd say he's definitely... Is he a favorite or is he a love though? Is he a favorite? I think he is a favorite actually. Yeah, I will say he's a favorite just because there's that time when Larry the creature tries to leave you for dead. I think Kenny comes and helps you if you've been nice to him, I think. I'd actually Yeah, I think there's actually a situation there where you don't get helped. You just have to help yourself. So yeah. Alright, okay, Herschel. Herschel's interesting because when I very first time I played The Walking Dead, I didn't like Herschel all that much. I was like, dude, why do you keep asking me questions? Why do you keep annoying me? Stop. Like, leave me alone. I don't want to listen to you ask me questions about me and my daughter, okay? Because at the very start of the game, he's like very skeptical of you. He's very like suspicious. And I've got to give it to Herschel. I think that's very impressive that like right off the bat, he kind of just like thought something's up. And I think that if it was any other circumstance, he would be able to sniff out like anyone who's like up to no good. I kind of like that. I think that's kind of admirable. I wouldn't say I love him, but I think I like him. I think he's charitable in a sense. He will help the wounded, and yeah, I don't know. I think I like Herschel. He's like kind of a realistic kind of person too, so I think that's actually quite likable about him. All right, next guy. This is his name Sean or something? You can tell this guy's like a very integral part of the game. I think this is Herschel's son. And if you don't know, Herschel's son kind of ends up dying. Well, yeah, I think he dies no matter what. And he kind of dies because of Duck, sadly. Kind of because of Duck and Kenny, actually. Let's be real, it's probably more Kenny's fault. And so, he seems like a cool guy. He's like, you don't get that much time with him though, so I'd probably just say I like him. He's like a upbeat, gung-ho, like, hey, we're gonna survive this, guys. Let's build a wall. Let's build a wall, guys. And can't complain about that. I think walls are good to a degree. We like walls. Walls keep us safe. Alright. So yeah, I like him. Duck. Now, I would say, personally, I love Duck. He's not my favorite, but I love him. Now, I don't know if that's a controversial opinion to have, but look, is he kind of dumb? Yeah. Is he also a child? Yeah. Yeah, he is a little bit dumb. And I think there's some really cute, heartwarming scenes with Duck and Lee. Duck kind of annoys Clementine a bit though, which is kind of funny. I like it though, like he really adds like a flavor to it. I think there's something really cool about having like a group where there's not just one kid, there's like two kids that are growing up together in a sense. And I think that's nice because a lot of the time there's always just like, there's like one kid, and if you even look at like the Walking Dead TV show, most of the time it really is just like Carl, and then the moment that they introduce someone else who's like Carl's age, he's already grown up enough that it's like, oh well, Carl needs a love interest, so here's a love interest for Carl. Okay, thanks. I don't care about that dynamic, you know, but seeing this dynamic of like kids who are growing up together in an apocalypse setting where it's not like a love interest, they're just friends, I think that's actually really cool. I think that's unique, you know? Yeah. That's what I think about that. Alright, Katja. Oh, I didn't expect this one to be so hard because in a sense it's like I think Katja is I think she's a caring person, but I think the apocalypse really takes its toll on her very quickly, and I'm gonna say something here, but I actually kind of hate her. Yeah. Yeah, I actually really fucking hate Katja, now that I think about it. And, you know, let me preface this by saying, so I don't get cancelled on Twitter, I get that, like, Katja goes through a lot, and then when Duck, spoiler, when Duck is, like, dying and shit, and she, like, kills herself in front of him, and doesn't even kill him? Girl, what is your problem? I know it's like depression, obviously, Too bad we don't have SSRIs in the apocalypse. Oh my god. But seriously, it's like your child is sitting by a tree dying of the zombie virus, like, and then you're like, hey son, bye. And that's the last thing he gets to see is his mother kill herself, and then his dad coming and finding her body. Oh, that's a real great way to die, isn't it? That's really awesome. I just think that if Katja stayed alive, she could have like been there for Kenny and been like a, you know, it would have, I'm not gonna say it would have softened the blow, but literally. But I think that to lose your wife and your son the same fucking day, I don't know. I get that, like, she probably just didn't feel strong enough to stay, but I don't care. I hate Katja. Hate her. Hate her. Alright, we got Glenn. Now, as we know, Glenn is a fan favorite in the series, the TV series. Glenn's pretty cool. I remember when I played this game and I noticed Glenn in it, I was like, oh my god, it's Glenn! Glenn from the show? Ah! And yeah, I mean, Glenn's pretty cool. I like the sequence that you go through where you have to, like, it's like a puzzle and you're going through like the motel area and you're trying to like clear it out. That gives me so much nostalgia. Like, I cannot repeat how much nostalgia I get from the Walking Dead game, the first one. Second one maybe a little bit. The first one, I get so much nostalgia for it. And that motel scene, I don't know what it is because it's not really like peak gameplay. It's like, it's pretty average gameplay, to be honest. But the mood, the environment, it is a different part of the game. Like, it adds some like different flavor to it. So I like Glenn's character. I think he offers an interesting part of the game, and having his story connect with the show in a way, like the show's universe, I thought that was pretty cool. Even though he doesn't really mention it in the show because that wouldn't make sense, but they kind of fit it in there. So I'd say I like him. I like Glenn. Glenn's interesting, but he doesn't have much of a role to play, unfortunately, so we don't get to see Glenn a whole lot. But the time that we do, he's interesting. Yeah. Alright. What's this guy's name? Doug. We got Doug, man. Doug. Alright, Doug. It's interesting because, like, Doug... I think I like Doug. I think I do. I think it's not that hard to just be like, yeah, Doug's like a likable person. He, seems pretty like level-headed. He's smart. He's actually kind of funny as well. If you go with him instead of Carly, he's pretty funny. He has some good moments, I think. So I like Doug. He's very smart too. Yeah, even if he wears socks and sandals. Hold on a second. Does he wear socks and sandals? The Walking Dead Doug socks and sandals. I think he... oh god. I think he does. Socks and sandals. Oh, there was almost a picture of him. Let's just do The Walking Dead Doug. I don't know why I looked up socks and sandals. Is there a full body? There is, brother. This is fucking Doug. He has socks and sandals on and cargo shorts and then just a shirt with a fucking camel or like a bear or something on it. He's got fucking mad calves though. What the fuck? Bro's got a sleeper build going, I betcha. I don't know what they tried to market Doug as. I feel like they tried to be like, yeah, Doug's like a fat nerd or something, but Doug's pretty average. Oh. Doug's pretty cool, actually. Slap a beard on him and everyone be like, oh my god, Doug. Gotta save Doug. You know what's actually... you know what I just realized right now? Doug and Carly. It's actually a battle of like who's hotter. Because as you know, you can either choose between Doug or Carly. Me, when I first played, chose Carly because Carly is funny as fuck. But I feel like a lot of people choose Carly just because she's like cute. What the hell is that about? Like, she's a- oh yeah, she's a pretty good shot with the gun, but if you think about it, guns in the apocalypse, probably not actually the best idea most of the time. Just because, like, the sound and stuff, it attracts, like, walkers. It attracts walkers, so you really want to be smart about how you use guns. So, and you know what? You can also train to use guns too, I guess. You know, famously, if you just sit there, reload, unload, reload, unload, just like in Project Zomboid, it's like, yeah, you're suddenly good at reloading now. Awesome. What am I saying? Okay, so but Carly has this famous scene where she's trying to use a radio and doesn't realize that there's no batteries in it. And then she says, oh, well, can you find batteries? I don't even know what to look for. What are you talking about? You don't know what a battery looks like? How are you at your... She's probably like 24, right? She's a news reporter. She's probably 27. How have you gone this long without batteries? That's actually like insane, and I love that part of the game because it's such a funny like character quirk of hers. But you're literally choosing between guy who knows electronics good or girl who shoot gun good. But I guess something could be said about Doug. Electronically speaking, how useful would that be in the apocalypse? Well, because you think like electronics would probably degrade, or there's not gonna be electricity anyway. But like Carly is finding out, there's a lot you can do with batteries. And Doug does manage to make like a like electronic or mechanical contraption. He seems to just be like a kind of smart guy when it comes to like mechanical stuff, maybe. So but in saying that, I like Carly. She's cool. I like her. She's pretty. She's cute. And she's I don't know, I think she's okay. Yeah. Not much else to say about that. I just thought that was interesting that you're like, people be choosing the sexier one, let's be real. But I think Doug is fine. Alright, next we have Lily. Lily. Oof. I think Lily's interesting. She's ex-military, I think, right? Or she was in the military. I think she brings like a certain sense of like, she's kind of like a hard ass, but you kind of need that a little bit in the apocalypse, I guess. And there's that whole arc where you think that she's kind of going crazy because she keeps thinking like, oh, well, she thinks that people's stealing from the camp. Girl, you're crazy. That's insane. No one's stealing from the camp. Who would do that? And then it turns out the whole time it was Ben. Oh, Ben's coming up. Oh shit. But then it turns out she's right. She's like actually, she's keeping track of the stock. She's actually doing a really good job at that kind of shit. And then distributing the food. The only problem with Lily is her dad, Larry, the creature. If you don't know what I'm referencing when I say Larry the creature, oh, you got some treats ahead of you. I'm gonna show you guys after this. Okay. Lily. Do I like her? Do I dislike her? I mean, it is tough because it's like, she's got her dad and she wants to stick with her dad because that's her family. And I think when apocalypse settings happen, that kind of emboldens your relationship a bit because it's like, we gotta stick together, we family, you know? But he did try to kill Lee, basically. He left Lee for dead. That's basically murder. Forgoing Lee's murder himself, Larry did basically try to kill him. And then there was like the thing with the kid, Duck, where they were like, he's bitten. He's bitten. Sooner or later, he's gonna sink his teeth into his mom. Just like any other walker would do. And then he's gonna eat all of us. Was that a good impression? Talk about paranoid. Understandable though. So, yeah, he's pretty selfish, and I think her signing off on that so much, I don't know, girl. I mean, he may be your family, but he's kind of a CUNT, so it's like... Oh yeah, and then not to mention, yeah, I dislike Lily. Not to mention she's the reason that fucking Doug/Carly die. She does actually go a bit psycho at the end there, yeah. I wonder what happens to her, because you don't actually see... She ends up being stranded on the side of the road. I think that's the option. It's either she gets stranded or you keep her. And if you keep her, or you decide to keep her, she ends up stealing the RV and then driving off with it. Like a BITCH. So, yeah, I dislike Lily. Lily sucks. She's in it for herself. She's not a team player. So, yeah, don't like her. Alright, Larry. Larry. Larry is such an obvious, like, hate, right? But let's think about this for a second. Larry has a heart condition. He's vulnerable already, and I think he knows that. He needs his medication, because he's an old guy. He's obviously very, like, tough and worn from things. But he also is, like, very selfish. Everything he does is in the interest of himself or his daughter, and that's it. That's it. Now tell me this. When you're in the apocalypse and you're grouping up with people, do you want to be in a group where you know that, like, the other people in the group are like, yeah, I'd ditch you in a heartbeat just to save, like, not even to save anybody, just cause. Would you want to be in a group with someone like that? And a racist? Yeah, Larry, quit being a racist. It's 2014 in the zombie apocalypse, or maybe it was 2012. No, 2013? A reference. God, I talk explicitly in references these days. Anyway. So yeah, Larry is definitely, like, a hate. Like, it makes sense, like, the survival instinct and all that, yada yada yada. He does have a pretty brutal death, though. It is pretty brutal. Oh yeah, and then even when it's like, you're going to the barn and he's like, don't fuck it up, and it's like, hey, there might be something off with these people. And he just wants to live in bliss. Blissful ignorance. Dude, and the way he tries to rizz up Mama Hog, or whatever her name is. What is her name? Mama Hog? Is that it? Am I getting that from somewhere else? I might be. Yeah, so it's pretty easy hate. We got Karcher and Larry, the two boomers. She's probably a millennial, actually. Alright, next we have Cam. I think it's Cam. Cam? I'm gonna give it to you straight. Cam did not get enough time in the game, but he's hot. He's hot. I like him. Cam's a favorite of mine. I like some of the interactions with him. I love him. I love him. I think his name is Cam. Hopefully I'm not getting that wrong. He's so hot. Love him. Oh, this is gonna be a real one. Ben. Now, arguably, this is the only reason why I wanted to do a Walking Dead tier list. This fucking guy. I recently replayed the games, as you know from what I said earlier. I am a Ben Paul hater. I'm a Ben Paul hater. Some people I saw put him as like a like or a love. What the fuck are you doing? Ben Paul is stupid. Ben Paul is reckless. Ben Paul is stupid again. Look. You know what I did? I went through the there's like some extended files that you can get access to that are like scrapped things, and there's a few different files. Like I went through a whole like binge of Walking Dead lost media. I say lost media, what is it? It's like it's just like extra cut content. Yeah, I went through all of that because I was trying to nail down what I thought about Ben, and I'm gonna be so for real. Ben is a terrible person. Now, again, we're looking at it from like the perspective of like, yeah, it's a zombie apocalypse. He's just a teenager, right? Okay. He's probably gone through something uber traumatic. Uber trauma. And yeah, so he has a lot of experience with like the bandits, I think, or he has like, yeah, he has some experience with the bandits, and that leads him to being like basically super fucking fearful, and that fear really leads him down like a stupid path. And it's also like the fact that he is very scared, doesn't communicate things, but it's like, well, how do you communicate things that are happening behind the scenes to your group when the group was in pretty bad shambles when he arrived? That's true. But to be stealing camp supplies and giving it to the bandits who promise that they'll be nice to his classmates who he thinks are alive but probably aren't, he's an idiot. He just is. It's also like the constant making of like bad... Hello? The constant making of bad decisions. Oh, hello. I think he has some redeemable parts, like when he, I was gonna say his ending is his redemption, but that's pretty dark. That's pretty dark to say. I think that he just wasn't meant to survive in this kind of world. And, you know, maybe the same can be said for Karcher. They just weren't meant to survive in a world like this, so I guess that's like a part of it. But I hate him. Hello. Ben thinks he's helping the group, but really he just like fucks him over. Sorry, my cat's in here. She's so cute. Hello, Bubba. They are wanting food soon. Yeah, so I hate Ben. I think he sucks. He's an idiot, and it's like nothing makes him tougher either. It's like he goes through all this stuff and he remains like a pissy boy, you know? Hello. It's the creature. Alright, so the next one we got is this dude. This dude's from the farm. The cannibal farm. Not animal farm, cannibal farm. The dairy farm. Hello. So right off the bat, this guy's fucking creepy. I wouldn't say I really hate him that much though. He's not really that hateable of a character. He's just kind of like... Isn't that wild how like someone like Ben is like, I fucking hate that bitch. Karcher, I fucking hate that bitch. But the dude who literally tries to cannibalize people, I'm like, I don't hate him. I don't hate him. It's like, he's doing his version of what he thinks it takes to survive in the apocalypse, and you gotta kind of respect that. They're doing what they think takes to survive, and it's like, well, at least they're doing something to survive. Is that insane? Now, I don't like him. I dislike him because he's creepy and weird. And because he's a cannibal, of course. I mean, that goes without saying, right? Jeez. No army hammer over here. I don't know what this image is supposed to be. Some image didn't... I don't know, has been like deleted maybe? Not sure. So yeah, I dislike him. The Mama Hog lady. I don't know if her name is Mama Hog. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but... Oh god, that sounds terrible. Like, why am I calling her that? I think her name's just Mama. But I don't want to call her that, so I'm just gonna say Oh, Brenda! It's Brenda, isn't it? Okay, Brenda. Wow, where was I getting that from? Oh my god. I swear, Mama Hog is like from The Sims or something. You wanna go out, Bubba? Come on. Yeah, I swear, that is from something. She looks like... whatever. Brenda. Again, it's like... she's kind of sweet. I feel like... she's kind of sweet. The only time she really like turns is when you find out that they're cannibals, and then that's like... yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna say I dislike her, I guess. Nothing really likable about her. Alright. She has an awesome death. So this lady, she's like the psycho lady who was at the camp, who's... I think she's gone a little bit cuckoo because her daughter was taken by like the bandits. Or she was part of the bandit camp, I think. And she said something about wanting to protect Clementine from the bandits, because let's be real, I think she's super traumatized by humans and not zombies. Which is in a sense the apocalypse. The human trauma that comes out of that. Human on human violence. Yeah. So what is her name? Francine or something? Is she Francine? I don't know. Either way, I don't hate her. I don't hate her. I don't dislike her neither. I think... sorry. I think she actually has a pretty important part of the game of like adding to the tension with the dairy farm. And it's pretty sad too, her story. Yeah, it's pretty sad. I think I went through some cut content with her and it was not great. I think her and Ben, I don't know if they have a connection, but I think they've been through similar things in the cut content. Yeah. Which, if you don't know, you should actually go check out on YouTube, Walking Dead cut content. It actually is really cool. I had no idea that there was so much of it, but I think over the years people have managed to scrounge up a lot of the files just because of like data mining, I think. I'm not sure if that's how that works, but I think that is a case. And also I think The Walking Dead released like a ton of stuff themselves. Alright, this is Will? I forget his name, but I love him. Chuck! Where did I get Bill and Will from? His name's Chuck. Chuck is awesome. Chuck is just like a totally free, I go wherever I go. Doesn't matter. He's cool, and he teaches Lee and Clementine how to survive better. I like that. And he also, oh, his death is so sad. I would have liked to have more of him, to be honest. He was pretty awesome. So yeah, I love Chuck. Alright, Omid. I like Omid a lot. Actually I love Omid. Omid is funny. He's funny. You need that in the apocalypse. He's a great team player. I think he gives a good balance to Krista's personality too. I just wish there was more Omid. Again, it's like a character where it's like, you know what, I'm actually gonna bump him up to a favorite. Omid's definitely a favorite of mine. Every time I get to the game where he comes along, I'm like, this is great. I love this. I love every scene that Omid is in. Except when he dies, but... yeah. But I love every scene, apart from that. Alright. Krista. Krista's a bit of a tough one. Yeah, Krista's a tough one. One hand, Krista is like... she's very sensible. Well, it's like she is sensible in a sense, but then it's like getting pregnant during the apocalypse? Girl? What are you doing? Why are you getting pregnant in the apocalypse? I guess it's a possibility that it happened right as the apocalypse started, so they had no idea. That could be that, actually. Right? That's fair. That's fair. And then you kind of just have to deal with it from then on, I guess. I like Krista. I think she's cool. I think I don't have an issue with her. I think, again, she's just another... Krista's like a better version of, Lily. She's like a much better Lily version. I put it there. Yeah, actually, I need to organize these from, like, the most liked. Do I like Glenn more? Glenn's like, okay. Doug? I've got Doug pretty low down there, jeez. Is Doug better than... I like to say that they're equal. Bree? Bree can... Yeah, her name's Bree, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, so I think Krista's just a better Lily. Yeah. That's what I think. Alright, we got Molly next. Molly. Molly's okay. I mean, she's kind of like... She's very independent, she's cool. I don't know what character she kind of emulates for me. What is Molly? Molly reminds me of a character from the show, but I can't remember who I'm thinking of. I think it's cool that she's like very practical. She's smart. She's got a complicated backstory. She is kind of like the type of chick to be like very independent. Yeah, she's very independent, which I think is kind of an admirable thing. And I think she ends up doing the right thing in the game. Like, she ends up actually like getting close to people and trying to save them. Wait a second. I'm trying to remember something. Dude, is Molly the chick who gets with the guy? Wait, who is she? I'm trying to remember. In the second game, there's that girl. Oh, I need to look this up actually, because this could change everything. This could change everything for me if this is the same chick. I don't know why I'm blanking on this, but The Walking Dead Molly. Is Molly the chick who gets with Luke? Does Molly make a reappearance? No, it's someone else, isn't it? Yeah, it's someone else. In the second game, there's this other chick. Luke and... I'll just type Luke and... Who does Luke get with? Fuck. Walking Dead, Telltale, Luke, and... What is her name? Wow. Okay, but it's not Molly, I don't think. No, there she is. Jane. Luke and Jane. Okay, awesome. That clears it up. That clears it up a whole lot. Okay. I like Molly. I always get Molly and Jane super fucking mixed up. I don't know why. They are basically the same character. Like, let's be real. They are. Yeah, so I like her. Alright, this dude. I'm gonna be real. I don't remember what this dude does. I don't remember his role in the game. So... Can we add like a neutral tier? Because I just don't remember him. Is he one of the oh, I think he's one of the elderly people. Okay. I'm gonna go out here right now and say... I'm just gonna dislike them because I think they're just, minor. They're very minor characters. I think they just kind of go along with what they're told to do. But this guy and this chick, I fucking hate these people. I fucking hate them. They take the boat away. The boat that we fair and square worked really hard to get working. If you don't know, their backstory is like they're all terminally ill patients, and they can't get their like end of life care anymore because it's the apocalypse. So I don't really know what the game was for them. To be honest, if I knew that I was gonna die of a terminal illness, I'd probably care more about, I don't know, letting people who might actually survive, like children and shit. I'd be more concerned about letting them live instead of being selfish, but that's just in an ideal world, I guess. I don't know. But it's also one of these things that are like very easily said, but then when you're actually there in the situation, it's like very different. Still, don't like him. I especially don't like this guy. This guy actually thinks like, you're no good for Clementine. You know who would be better for Clementine? Some fucking old farts who can barely walk. That's better for Clementine. Yeah. It's like, okay, are you terminally ill in the brain? Like, did you get brain worms? Oh, she ends up dying though. Like, a mad death. So. Yeah. No, I don't think I hate her. I just hate him the most. And I forget what his name is, but don't like him. Alright, this guy. This guy's story somewhat doesn't make sense sometimes because it's like, well, okay. He's the guy that you steal from. He like leaves the car running and like when you're walking, I think it's after the barn, the cannibal farm, and you find a car in the side of like the woods and it looks like it's just been left there. The lights are still on. It seems like someone just like left really quickly, maybe to go take a poo in the woods. And that's the guy who owns that, I guess. And you can either decide to steal from the car or not steal from the car. Okay? Okay. Of course, if you decide to not steal from the car, the rest of the group that you're in will steal from it. And so this guy doesn't give a fuck if that's the case. Either way, this is what happens. Which I guess like the game does have to have like a canon ending or something, but if you're gonna make a canon ending something like that, it needs to be like, don't you think it needs to be like a decision that you don't really have like a choice in? It's just something that had to happen. Whereas like stealing, like there was this whole moral question of like, should we take from this car? I mean, there could be a family here. I mean, there could be a family. They might come back. We don't know what's gonna happen. And then you're like, yeah, let's not steal from the car. Doesn't fucking matter. Does not matter one fucking bit. Okay. So yeah, obviously I hate him. He's dumb. He's a dumb idiot loser who cuts off his daughter's head or his wife's head to be with them forever. What am I saying? Guy's totally likable. Alright, this guy. I don't remember this guy's name, but he's on the prison bus, the prison guys, I believe. What do I think of that guy? Oh, yep, cat wants to come back in. Come on in. I don't remember what he's in prison for, to be honest. I know, like, one of these guys in jail for, like, R-wording someone, so... I think one's in jail for R-wording and one's in jail for fraud. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say I hate both of them. This guy, I think, was trying to protect his brother in, like, a gang thing, I think. From what I remember. I don't remember it too much, but I think he was a likable character. Yeah. And look, I'm just gonna say this. Tax fraud? Any kind of... yeah, tax fraud? Brother, I don't like you if you commit tax fraud. You know, this has really been pissing me off lately. This, like, whole girl boss... oh, Shakira did tax fraud. What a girl boss. No, it's just the wealthy continuing to commit crimes that are just a little bit minor to them because they're just that wealthy. Oh my god, Martha Stewart committed tax fraud. Yes, girl! She's a rich fucking 1%er who decided, I'm just not gonna pay taxes this year, it's different. I'm Martha Stewart, I'm not paying taxes, haha. Fuck you. Sincerely, fuck you. Pay your fucking taxes. If the rest of us have to pay fucking taxes, so should Martha Stewart and Shakira, okay? And of course, I don't mean this to like single out women only, I mean men do it too. Anyone, if you commit tax fraud knowingly, you're scum. If you're a rich person who can afford an accountant and you commit tax fraud, you're worse than scum. You're a bottom feeder. You feed the bot lane and then you FF. Is there a worse person? I don't think so. So yeah, that's my rant about tax fraud. It's not girl boss, it's not cute, it's not sexy, it's fucking stupid. Anyway, thank you. Alright, this guy. I'm gonna be real, I don't remember these two guys, but funnily enough, their part of the DLC is actually kind of nostalgic for me as well. These guys like driving and they're like smoking weed, I think. And you're this guy, and you have this guy ends up having to go out of the car to check something. I don't remember what it was. He went to go check on something, and then there's this guy who's like chasing you, who ends up chasing him down, I think. I think it's this guy. Yeah. Anyway, I don't really remember what happens, but you have a decision to leave him or wait for him or something. I'm just gonna say I dislike them. I dislike the both of them. Their story kind of sucks, and to be honest, you're kind of like fucked either way with the story. I don't remember. Oh wait, no, I think I remember what happens. Is it either he leaves the car to go check on the thing, or you leave the car to go check on the thing. Either way, I think someone leaves behind somebody. It's just a question of whether it's you or him who gets left behind. Kind of like a whatever storyline, to be honest. Alright, this guy, 500 Days DLC guy, I think he's like a student, like a university student or something, and he gets picked up by this guy. They have an interesting storyline, but actually, yeah, you guys shoot at like an old couple who are running the diner, and then I guess you guys take over the diner or something. This guy, I think his name's Nate. Bad. Nate is bad news. This guy, I don't think there's anything really wrong with him. I think he just gets caught. Wow, we are really filling up the likes here. Shit. Hopefully there's enough room. Alright, Bonnie. Alright, let's get into it. Bonnie. I don't like Bonnie that much. Bonnie is not a good person. She kind of just takes L after L. But that's really hard. I do kind of like Bonnie though, but I don't. See, in the DLC, she like she fucks with this guy, and that's his wife, and then it's like a love triangle kind of, but like a not a true love triangle. This guy's got two bitches. It's fucking weird. And she like you can kiss him, but you know, you have like an implied romantical relationship, right? Girl, Bonnie, don't be so messy in the apocalypse. These two are together. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. So yeah, there's that with Bonnie, but she does end up helping Clementine a lot in the second game, but if I'm just going off the DLC, which I guess I am, I say I dislike Bonnie. And I hate him, and I don't really have much of an opinion on her. Do I like her? I mean, let's see, I think I kind of dislike her too, actually, if I'm being honest. Now, these two characters, I know this guy has a bigger role to play in the second game, but he's not a good guy. Her, I think she's the one who ends up trying to escape or something. She seems like a nice character, I think. I think she just ended up getting fucked over. Kind of sad, actually. I like her. Also, she looks like the sim that I would always make in The Sims 2. So there's that. Alright, there's the tier list that I've made. I only had 2 love characters. Is that crazy? Is that crazy? Or is that... Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. That's my tier list. What do you think? Do you think, I think this is probably like one of the most like milquetoast ones. If I'm being honest. Very milquetoast. Very normal. I think this is a pretty normal Walking Dead tier list, if I'm being honest. You know what? Let me move myself out of the way slightly so you get... Oh wait, no, that's actually all the characters. Then there's Bonnie there. I'll just put Bonnie there so you can see her easier. I could move myself actually. Actually, I am thinking I think my little box of me here is kind of big. It's kind of massive. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! That's my thing. All right. So before I go today, I have another thing that I have to do. I have to share something with all of you because I keep referencing Larry the Creature, so you guys deserve to know what that's about. All right. Let's go to just chatting. Hello? TikTok? Opening up TikTok? My cat's going crazy. Larry the Creature. The Creature feature. Featuring the Creature. Oh, this is my favorite TikTok ever. I'm so excited to show it. Actually, I want to show you this. Do you see this? It's not mold, it's fur. I did this today, right before I started the recording for the pod today. Bubbles has been having so much of her fur coming off because she's molting. All the cats are molting. It's summer here, in case you didn't know. It's gonna be 30 degrees today. We just started summer. It's December. And yeah, it's been pretty fucking crazy. She is molting so much. It's actually really fun though, just like putting on the putting this on. She doesn't like it, but I put this on and then I just go It takes off so much fur. You should have seen the amount. It was twice this amount yesterday that came off. But what I do afterwards is I just chuck it outside and go, okay birds, do with that what you will. Because I heard that apparently fur, animal fur, it's good for birds for making nests, so. Okay, let's get on with this. TikTok.
Test your knowledges. Who is the guy who hates on me for no reasoning? Is it Evil Larry? Or am I talking about the malicious fuck you guy? Yes, they both hates on me, but one do more than the other. Fuck you all. Next question. What did the dad do who tragically lost his son? Did he place a plate for his boy who will never return? Or did he give up on life because he lost his will to keep going?
I miss my son.
Yes, he placed a plate for his son. Don't give up on life. Your son wouldn't want this.
This is
Third question.
This is unfortunately my favorite TikToker at the moment.
What did I do when life gave me lemons? Did I murder on my whole family? Or did I make lemonade? Exactly, it's both. A couple months ago, I could not handle with lemons. Sorry, family. How many you got correct? Okay, goodbye.
It's just so funny, but the most... Man, I wish you could sort by... Can you sort by popular? Yes. 26 million?
Did you know? Did you know that whenever you French fries on ketchup, taste ketchup fries you? This is because ketchup and taste French fries on ketchup is reference to taste French fries on you taste. Did you know? Did you know?
Yeah. God, it's all cropped all stupid. Display. Oh, that's it, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Try not to get scared.
Try not to get scared. Scariest stories. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7 was actually the creature.
Yes, the creature.
I went to hospital for gender confirmation surgery with my girlfriend, Hatsune Miku. After surgery, I can't find girlfriend. I asked doctor, where is the Miku? He said,
Who do you think took your peanut?
I went to the pizza place to get the pizza, but all off the sudden, Italians. I busted a good nut. Little did I know, I busted a bad nut and he stabbed me 78 times. I stroked my wife's hair as she fall asleep. That's when I go and remember. My wife was dead and the hair I feel was actually from me jorking my hairy peanuts. I have lots of pee-pee hair, I said.
Jorking
No
my
ball
hairy
hair.
peanuts. This is my favorite thing at the moment. Oh, editing? Oops. Okay, you want to go out? Go out. Jesus. Go. Go. She's sitting in the middle of the doorway. Go on. Beep. Beep. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like brain rot, but it's kind of on another level of brain rot. Don't you think? Did you know? What is this?
Skiba, you move. Oh, what genie? Skiba, you move.
I love that. That's one of my favorite memes too. The format? What is this?
Yeah, so I went to go visit my
Bro
friend.
visited his friend.
Yeah, so I went to go visit my friend.
Did you know? Oh,
Try
when
not
was
to
this
get
one?
scared. Scariest stories.
Yes. Yes, this one.
There once existed a man's who killed peoples. Eminem saw a kid at school not stand-ups for national anthem. He then went over and kicked him out of his wheelchair. To his horror, he then got cancelled by evil Gen Z Mibra.
We're so happy you adopted him. He never got chosen because he always chased other kids with toy knife.
Walking's back to my car, wondering about what he said, I realized I adopted the evil Babby knife guy. Genie, I wishes there was cure for cancer.
I am sorry, I can't reverse evil Larry's wish.
Am I in heaven or hell? I asked myself. Then I saw the creature.
The creature.
I said, but my cry for helps rung hollows inside the metal walls of the microwave.
Oh god. Yeah, this is what I... Listen, this is what I watch. This is what I do in my spare time, and Caleb absolutely hates it. Caleb fucking hates it so much, but I loves it. What? They went really viral recently. The fuck you. Go away, Gemma.
Can I go to toilet, please? I asked teacher.
Fuck you.
Said my teacher, whose was actually the fuck you guy. Can I go to
It
toilet,
was
please?
actually the fuck you guy. It went super viral.
Oh, wows, I finally got an A on my exam.
It's not an A+, you dumbass boy.
Said the fuck you guy, whose was actually my dad. Oh, wows,
Oh wows! I love it.
Can I go to toilet, please? I asked teacher.
Fuck you.
Said my teacher, whose was actually the fuck you guy.
I want to know who's the fuck you guy. It's your teacher, honestly. Obviously.
You do an
What
impression
is
of
this?
Daniel Day-Lewis in Where There Would Be Blood. Sure.
I actually haven't seen that movie.
And that's why you are. You married into it. Sir, I don't understand. How much have you lost on acquaintance? How much? I gotta understand what we're putting up here. You have to
Who's
call
this voice?
I can't call it for you. You have to call it. I have a plan. That plan needs to be done right, Arthur. You can't just rob an entire gold van without me and without including.
Yep, this is my For You page.
I'm really excited for the new movie. I
Oh my
exclaimed with
God.
excitement. Little did I know, it would be a feature, a creature feature, featuring the creature. Can I go to toilet, please? I'm really excited for the new movie.
God, no!
I exclaimed.
Okay, we're not going to
Listening to some spelunky ass music.
finding her OG demonias from raving in the
Making me
2000s.
feel weird.
Holy shit.
Listening.
This is your annual reminder that Gideon Emery played a super goofy antagonist in Teen Wolf.
I am the alpha of alphas.
Whoa! Alright, here's some Katie lore. I tried to watch Teen Wolf. I watched, I think, episode 1. And then I was like, I don't get it. I genuinely think we're just watching this just to look at, Dylan O'Brien. That's it.
I am the apex of apex predators. I
Oh,
am
no.
death, destroyer of worlds. I am the demon wolf.
He shouted so loud it broke his glasses. Oh my god. But little did I knows, his shouting broke my glass penor. My prosthetic glass penor. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Hates it when that happens.
I'm sorry, you can't be this old and shouting about being the alpha demon wolf. What the fuck is an alpha demon wolf? Seriously, we've gone too far with this. Okay.
Why on earth is there a JB Hi-Fi on the moon?
Oh. JB Hi-Fi City, Westfield, Sydney. What is all? Actually, yeah. What are all these landmarks on the moon? Yo, guys, here's a hack for you. When you have a baby and you don't know what to name it, just check out what's on the moon. You could name your baby Zwicky, or Oresme, Cretion, Cock. You could name your baby Cock, Roche, Subotin, Gagarin, Cyrano, Chauvenet. Is this baby Chauvenet? Oh my god, happy birthday to baby Chauvenet! 2 months? That's weird, okay.
Things I'm going to say when family at Christmas comment on my weight. First one is, I forgot we invited a scale this year. Easy dispatch. Second one, I'm going to turn it back on them, and that's, oh, we're doing feedback. My turn. Just ask them if they cooked anything
This is cringe.
Matthew, happy
This high-protein 2-ingredient bagel is the easiest thing ever to make. You can make
Oh yeah, I'm also on protein TikTok, where everything is just how to maximize your protein goals. Guys, based on my body weight, I'm only supposed to get like, I think 32 grams of protein a day. That's like my recommended daily intake, I think. How much protein is this?
big batch and store them in the freezer for the week, or just make one like I did here. The star of the show is, of course, Greek yogurt, and you do equal parts Greek yogurt and self-rising flour. When you start...
You know what I did? I bought protein powder because I'm in my healthy era. I actually do love protein powder, and unironically, you should be trying to get your protein goal because your body needs protein to function, let's be real. And a lot of people do not get their protein. So anyway, I bought protein powder. I got influenced because I love Biscoff. I'm obsessed with Biscoff. I had a whole era where I just put Biscoff on my fruit in the morning. Great job. Great job. Great morning breakfast, Catherine. Really good. And so the place where we buy our protein powder from, they made a Biscoff flavored protein powder, but they didn't say it was Biscoff. They called it spiced caramel biscuit. But in the advertising, they put biscuits that were Lotus biscuits, but they just like photoshopped out the name, obviously, because Lotus Biscoff is a brand, I think. So me looking at that, I went, oh, it's just Biscoff, but they just can't say it, right? Fuck you. The fuck you guy said, because I bought it. It tastes like caramel banana or something. I don't like banana. Banana's okay. That's it. I'm doing a fruit tier list next time. We're doing a fruit tier list next time. So,
what,
yeah.
What have you been watching lately? I know you've been watching some...
This woman who just defended her thesis and is now a doctor is going viral online because men are losing their minds.
I went into a gay bar the other day without knowing it was a gay bar, and that's how I know being gay is not a choice, because those gay fellas treated me like a king, and I didn't think about doing it once. I was walking home after a night out, and I was like, alright, I'll get one more drink won't hurt.
Oh, the game the cats are cleaning up their own mess.
But first, coffee.
It's 6 p.m.
Yeah, I was gonna do laundry, but I didn't feel like adulting today. I was 10 years old when I found out I had ADD, OCD, and autism.
How'd you find that out?
TikTok.
Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't think, like, he's trying to do, like, the cringe, like, haha, I'm making fun of people, it's so cringe. I don't think people actually act like this. Like, I've met people who are, myself included, who are, I'm not gonna lie, I was probably a bit like this when I was, like, a teenager, but bro beans. Nobody is doing this. Nobody is doing this. Also, you're wearing dad shoes and jeans. He's not even committed to the bit. He's committed to the bit, like, top half, but then he's like, well, I'm not gonna commit on the lower half. On the lower half, I'm gonna be normal. Commit. Commit or break. Yeah, okay.
I used to be in an open relationship. If you guys don't know what an open relationship is, that's where you and your girlfriend can have sex with a bunch of different people. Or in my case, my girlfriend can have sex with a bunch of different people. And I can take a lot of nice girls out for coffee. My male friends, I always used to get on my ass about it. They're like, you really feel comfortable with that? That's your girlfriend, dude. She's fucking other guys. You actually feel comfortable with that? That could be the mother of your children. Yeah, to be like, guys, shut the fuck, relax, okay? Calm down. There is no way they're gonna be my children. Are you kidding me? Those are his. I raise them. He pays child support. That's passive income, dumbass.
It's pretty good.
It's another revenue stream, idiot. Okay. She's not a slut.
As a revenue stream, she's an entrepreneur. Who is this guy? He's funny. Bobby Warner. Bobby Warner. Never heard of him, but it's good. I like that. I've been seeing so many Reddit stories where it's like, I had an open relationship and then I begged and I pleaded my girlfriend to finally open up the relationship and now I can't get any bitches.
How much do you cost? 500 hour. Okay.
Dude, is there something on me? Is there something on my back? Is something on my back? Just tell me. Get it. Get it. Get it, dude. Get it. Get it, dude. Come on.
Oh yeah, I don't mean to toot my own. I mean to toot my own horn, but go on my profile for a second.
No comment.
I need somebody talking.
I was on my phone watching Germa on the TV, and I made Caleb record this because I thought it was so funny.
I can't fucking do it. I can't do it.
No comment.
It's so funny because I'm on my phone watching Germa pick his nose, and then Germa's on the TV, and then I'm like, yeah, I thought it was really funny, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. It was a really funny moment. I was like, yeah, it's time to go to bed. The moment you get on TikTok when you're on the couch, GG gang. Alright. Guys, I'm gonna leave it here today. It's been a bit of a long episode, but I'd like to thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the Walking Dead tier list. It's only like 8 years late, but you get to it when you get to it, right? So yeah, I guess that's how it is. Yeah. Anything else I want to say? I might stream tomorrow, I might stream Friday, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of dealing with a lot of the feelings, I guess. But I will say, I'm feeling better. Update about me. Feeling much better. I'm actually drawing. I'm working on my next big fan art piece, which is... I've actually been thinking a lot about it, and I think after this year, I'm gonna retire the Nico redraw because I think it's gotten to a point where it's like every single time I redraw it, it feels like it has to be like bigger and better than the last one. And the last Nico redraw I did, I felt very disappointed with it, and then I felt like shit. Because it's nice to redraw a piece of art and be like, oh my god, look at how much I've changed since then. But last year, it totally wasn't like that at all. It was like, holy shit, this is so bad. Well, it feels like I've gone backwards in my art journey, you know? So I kind of feel like there's too much pressure to make the next one bigger and better. So what I might do is maybe next year, I'll pick a drawing that I want to redraw from now on. Or I'll pick a drawing from this year, like a character. I'm not sure yet. But yeah. But I'm working on it at the moment and I think it's going pretty well. Just trying to like... Just trying to work on myself and work on things, you know? We're also going to have a stream where we go through my New Year's resolution. I'm going to make a video for it as well and put it on my... Put it on one of my YouTube channels or something. I don't know. Just so I can watch it like next year, 2025. Anyway, my cat is bugging me to go feed her, so goodbye. I hope you had a wonderful time with me. I had a really fun time, actually. This is really good. This is good for my mental health, actually. I really like this. And yeah, I'll be back next week. Next week, I'll probably be given updates for like how the rest of my schedule's gonna go because I will be gone for like 2 weeks in South Australia, so I will be gone for a bit, but I'll give you an update next week. Yeah, next Monday on the podcast I'll give an update. So goodbye, take care of yourself, drink plenty of water. I know I'm gonna be drinking lots of water because it's really hot today, but you should drink water regardless of the temperature, okay? All right, bye and good luck. Okay, bye.